Mr. Speaker, I'm very pleased to yield 2 minutes to the gentlelady from the U.S. Virgin Islands, Ms. Plaskett.
The gentlelady from the United States Virgin Islands is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the gentlewoman from New York for her and her staff, as well as the members of the committee, putting together this supplemental disaster appropriation, H.R. 268, which seems to address many of the issues that the territories and other areas that have been affected by disaster are continuing to face. Additionally, sending a strong message to the administration about the slow walking and the additional restrictions that they have put in funding that Congress had already passed, both here in the House as well as on the Senate side, and the President himself stand. So this disaster supplemental bill contains much needed support for ongoing disaster recovery efforts in my district, the U.S. Virgin Islands, as well as Puerto Rico and other disaster affected states and territories. For the Virgin Islands, this bill, as well as for Puerto Rico, addresses federal cost share for all FEMA public assistance grants, including for debris removal and emergency measures to protect public health and safety, if you can believe we're still dealing with debris removal, and for permanent infrastructure restoration for the duration of the recovery from Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Additionally, of the funds provided for EPA programs, well, I'm very pleased to see that $74.6 million is set aside to the Virgin Islands to improve drinking water and wastewater systems resiliency. This is a very positive relief package for Americans in our island territories, still reeling from unprecedented disaster, still reeling from a place where our hospitals are back, not back in operation, and where our children just went back to a full day of school this October after over a year. I'm pleased that the House will be sending a firm message to the administration that its recent decisions not to continue the waiver of cost share of public assistance to the Virgin Islands would severely hinder the territory's ongoing recovery. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my strong opposition to diverting disaster funds to build a border wall, which would create a true national emergency. I yield back.